Yo, YouTube, what it is? Got another story, man. And this story is gonna be a little different because it's not recent. Well, it's as recent as last month, mid last month. But it's out of Southeast DC, man. And I ran across the story on Instagram. So I started looking more into it. And I said, yeah, I gotta speak on that, man, because it's a lot that need to be said when you're dealing with, young men being murdered in the street. Now this guy, his case is unique, but it's not rare. Sad to say, it ain't rare. We got situations like this going on in every major city across the United States, but nobody speaks for these people, and that's one of the things I think I do. I try to speak for the misguided, because I was misguided at one point. I thought the wrong things was cool. I thought you get a girlfriend, cheat on her. I mean, I was listening to the rap music, hypnotized by that, thinking that there was nothing wrong with harming or killing my own people. I fell victim to that. No father around. That type shit. So I'm making my duty to speak on it. You found? Because nobody speaks for these kids. Like, a lot of times their voices go unheard. And these are the kids that's screaming out for help. You found? So today, man, we gonna meet Corey Riggins Jr.
A teenager shot and killed in D.C. How many times have we said that? It is news we've delivered a lot lately. Tonight, 7 News D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford has Corey Riggins Jr.'s story and the story of those who tried to save him.
It was 4 years ago this week we saw 15-year-old Corey Riggins Jr. among the trauma survivors in a program at George Washington Hospital. He wouldn't talk to us, but embraced his surgeon, Dr. Babak Sarani.
I still, to this day, have a picture of him and that hug we talked about on my iPhone.
Early Sunday morning, his patient was shot dead in Southeast.
Although I was sad, I can't say I was surprised.
In fact, Corey, age 19, was shot every year in some incident. 4 different shootings in all. His father.
I lost my baby forever.
His family says they're devastated. Mom.
Like I told his dad, let's save a child. Let's save our son. Let's get him out of D.C.
They say the city offered programs to help.
Say, Dad, I don't need that. I don't need that. Say, Dad, I don't need no program.
Grandmother.
I saw him walking down the street one day with some fellas, and I said, come here, where you going? He said, I'm going with my friends. I said, let Grandma tell you something. You don't have any. Those guys are not your friend.
His family said since childhood he was part of a trio. Malik, Stefan, Corey. They say Stefan, now Corey, dead. Malik, a murder case against him.
What he seemed to be very afraid of was dying. He knew he was going to get shot again.
There's a lot of little Corys in the world. Girls are getting killed, and why are they killing each other?
I'm Sam Ford, 7 News.
Now, the doctor said that people at GW Hospital even tried to get Corey Riggins out of D.C. as well. They had a program for him in Philadelphia, but he declined their offer.
One of the things that I was doing on Facebook before they start banning my content, right, is how every now and then you got people, some of them be seeking attention, but they'll put up wild posts like they trying to hurt themselves or don't nobody care about me, things like that. Well, I'm the guy that hit him in the inbox. Yo, you good? What's up? Real genuine though. Not just being nosy, because I care about my people. You feel me? And I don't want nobody going out sad, suicide, or end up hurting somebody for no reason. So that's one of the things I take my time out to do. And it was a kid from my city, man, Ty. I think his last name Washington. He dead now, rest in peace. But he had posted some shit like he's ready to harm himself. I hit him. Yo, what's up? Yo, you good? Mind you, he way younger than me. I might have been like 30-something at the time. He might have been 17. But he was my little man. I know him from up on the block. You know what I mean? Nah, yo, lost my father. He just tell me all the things that's going on with him. He like, yo, you the only person that reached out to me. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. This man just put up a whole post talking about he ready to try to hurt himself. And nobody said anything. Nobody. Everybody watching. And I think a lot of times people enjoy this shit. Well, I don't. I'm one of the ones that's going to talk, yo. Anybody, you need to call me. Straight up. I give you my number. We can have a conversation, yo, because suicide is never the route. You feel me? And that's on the rise right now. As well as youth being murdered and murdering in our community. But Corey Riggins Jr., 19 years old, murdered in Southeast DC in November. Got shot 4 times since he was 15. So his mother think that he wasn't in the streets. She think it was just, living in the hood. And it could have been. But more than likely it wasn't. Because his homeboy is dead too. But what people got to understand about this shit is a lot of these kids are just misguided. Now, we see Corey Riggins Jr. family. Look like he got a good family. Everybody cares. When you coming from a family where everybody cares, you ain't really got no reason to be in the streets, man. That's how my family was. Everybody cared. Still in the streets. Still wanted to do this, do that. Hang out all hours of the night. Just because there wasn't no father there for me. Now, Corey Riggins had that. But he was a product of his environment. Southeast DC is dangerous. It's very dangerous in Southeast. So, it's not hard to get caught up into that lifestyle. Because if you want to be totally honest, it's fun. Dangerous, hazardous to your health, but fun. And even though a lot of times we got family members that's, trying to reach out to us, wheeling us back in our mind, as a juvenile, young, 15, 16, 17, 18, you don't realize that your family member probably already lived this life. If they're not still doing it, so you're not even going to take their advice as advice. You just going to look at it like, man, I don't know what they talking about. I'm doing me. Because at the end of the day, this is how all your friends is living. So it doesn't look, it looks normal. It don't seem like you're doing anything wrong because we all living like this. But in reality, you are, because all you're doing is hurting yourself. Because while you living the life, dealing with all the girls, getting the money, these guys that you consider clowns, that's going to school, going to college, they just slowly progressing. And one thing you're going to realize as life takes its toll is, as you getting older, once you start learning, if you get a chance, because a lot of these kids die young. You feel me? They don't make it to get that old. So how we know them is how we know them. They never get the chance to make that, they don't get a chance to make that next step into real adulthood. But if you do, be lucky enough, if you want to still live that way. Be lucky enough to get older. You're going to see that these people that you might have looked down on because they wasn't living like you was living and doing what you was doing, they the ones that be progressing in life. Now you behind the 8 ball. Because you done got shot 3 times. You done went to prison 4 times. You just came home off a 6-year bit. Now, you got your mind right. Not because of the prison, but because you had time to think. But by then, you already got the record. Now you might be forced to drive trucks the rest of your life, if that's what you want to do. Now with Corey Riggins, you see his family tried to get him the help. Hospital reached out. Look at the way that he hugged this doctor. Shorty was tired, man. He wanted change. He just didn't know about the right way to go about it. And yeah, his family was telling him, look, do this, do that. But like I said, when you live in that lifestyle, only thing you respect is what's around you. It would have took somebody that's still living like him, that's a little older, maybe 25, 27, to really sit him down with like, yo, man, do that. That's a good idea, man. This street shit ain't cool. Because it start off as fun, and then it becomes a hassle. Like my man Sosa say. Well, I said it, but he copyrighted it, you might as well say. It's only fun when you're young. He another child, another young guy living that lifestyle. But I just wanted to make this video, yo, because I think it's important to highlight these situations so the next child don't get caught up in this. Because once you get caught in that web, it's hard to get out. It's not that simple. Now, you hear this boy didn't even want to work. How many people know how it feels to be so deep into the streets that you're scared to work a job? Because if you work a job, you're going to have to take the gun. Then you can get fired or go to jail. Because the last thing you want is somebody to catch you at work when you ain't got nothing to prepare yourself. You ain't got nothing for protection. But this is what's going on in our community all over America. A lot of these kids want out. They want out. They just don't know how to go about it. Then you factor in the streets, police, education. All this is against you. A lot of our boys in high school reading on 2nd and 3rd grade levels. Just because the economics is fucked up. Damn, yo, like, this shit be bothering me, yo. Like, when I watched yo, I'm like, damn, yo, like, I wish he could have got the help, man. I wish he'd have listened. That's one of the mistakes I made. Not listening. Think I know everything. Whole time, we forget our parents been there, done that. Yeah, your mother might not have been in the streets. But your father was. You follow me? So, she got some type of game. She's seen this before. She know the signs. You heard what the grandmother told the boy, man, those boys ain't your friends. And that's another thing we get caught up into. I know me and my group of my homeboys, ain't none of us had fathers. It might have been like 15, 20 of us. 1 or 2 fathers. Think about that. 1 or 2 fathers out of 15, 20 boys. So we all learning from each other. But when grandma told him that, he not trying to hear that. What you mean? These the guys that ride with me. These are guys that's going to fight with me if anything kicked off. But what grandma is talking about is deeper than that. Because these also the guys that's going to tell on you. These also the guys that's going to snake you. And there ain't no real friends in that shit. Flat out. It ain't no real friends in it, yo. A lot of these guys is cutthroat. Let you get more than them. They'll show you what a friend is. Get more money than them and tell them no. Once or twice. These guys show you their true colors, man. And grandma gave him some good advice then. It seemed like he was getting a lot of good advice. But once you're in that street, you get tunnel vision. Especially if you deep in it. The way so you got people, you really beefing. You got victims out here, you done harm people. You get tunnel vision, you living your life. The girls like it. The girls like it. Because at that age, that's all you really worried about. You ain't really worried about too much other than that. You're not even thinking about the future because in your mind, you ain't going to live to see the future anyway. What I'm worried about that for? And that's what we need to reverse in our community. Because living is gangster. It ain't nothing cool to get money and die young. Or get money and go to prison. Had to tell my nephew that. Yeah, it's cool to get the money. But if you're going to be in jail in a year, what the fuck is the point? You might as well slow roll it and be out here. Longevity is key to any hustle in life. Whether it's legal or illegal. But I just wanted to put this out there to the people, man. You feel me? Introduce y'all to Corey Riggins Jr., man, because it's a lot of them, just like Grandma said, man. And I want to get this out to the youth that this is what I tell my kids. These friends ain't going to be your friends forever. You know how many people I done risked my life for that I don't talk to today at all? I mean, I haven't talked to in years. And I'm talking about really could have went to jail for years. I don't need to talk to these people no more, man. And that's like that. That's how it is. But a lot of times when we in them environments, we don't have nobody to tell us that. We really think this is how it's gonna be forever. This my man, we rocking. But that's not reality. And that's what we've been sold to the black community. A fake source of reality. And we gotta get back to what really matters, y'all. What really matters is staying out the way, getting some money, not harming your own people. Learn something. You'll go a lot further in life with knowledge than you do with a pistol. And I'm out.